Hey students, so today we are going to discuss the topic of designing experiments. So basically, you should know the idea of experiment. What is an experiment? Experiments are used to study casual relationships. Like an experiment is a test used to find out if one thing causes another thing to happen. Okay? So, you manipulate one or more independent variables and measure their effect on one or more dependent variables. So basically, when you run an experiment, you are looking at two main things. The first one is independent variable and the other one is dependent variables. So the independent variables are the thing you change or control, okay, which you can say is basically the cause. And the dependent variables are the thing you measure to see how it reacts. Like you can say the dependent variables are basically effect. So let's take simple and easy example. Like if you want to see if water makes plant grow taller, the amount of water is what you change. Like it is independent. And the plant height is what you measure, which is dependent. Okay. So design experiments create a set of procedures to systematically test a hypothesis. So basically, to make sure your test is fair and accurate, it must have four ingredients like a control group, an experimental group, one independent variable, and the other one is dependent variable. So, a control group is basically the group that gets normal treatment or no treatment at all. Like you use this to compare your results. For example, a plant given no water. Okay? An experimental group, the group that gets the special treatment you are testing. For example, you can say a plant given extra water. Okay? Independent variable. Like you should only change one thing at a time so you know exactly what caused the change. Okay? And the dependent variable, you must have a clear way to measure the final result. Okay? So the next one is identify control and experimental groups. As I have told you in the previous, so the control group is a group that does not include any change to the variable being tested. The control group is important because it acts as benchmark to compare the results of the experiment to. So basically, the group that gets no changes or gets the completely normal treatment. And why we need it? Because it act as a baseline or benchmark. Like you need it so you have something to compare your result against. Okay. Without it, you won't know if your test actually made a difference. Okay. So the experimental group. The experimental group is a group that the scientist is testing. Like the experimental group experiences a change to a variable or the conditions allowed to change in the experiment. So basically, the group that gets the special change or the new condition you want to test. And why we need it? Because this is where the actual science happens. Like it shows you what happens when you introduce a new factor. Okay. So experiments have variables or parts that change. You can design an experiment to investigate whether changing a variable between different groups has a specific outcome. Okay, so let's discuss an example. Imagine you want to find out whether adding fertilizer to soil affect the height of a pea plant. You could investigate this question with the following experiment. So you have to do this experiment. You grow one group of pea plant in soil with fertilizer and measure the height of the plant. This group shows you what happens when fertilizer is added to soil. Since fertilizer is a variable whose effect you are investigating, this group is an experimental group. And you grow another group of pea plants in soil without fertilizers and measure the height of the plant. Since this group shows you what happens when fertilizer is not added to the soil, it is a control group. Okay, and by comparing the results from the experimental group to the results from the control group, You can conclude whether adding fertilizer to the soil affect pea plant height. Okay? You can easily see if the fertilizer made a difference. So the next one is identify independent and dependent variables. Okay. The independent variable is an element in your study that you intentionally change. Like you manipulate this variable to see how it might affect the other variables you observe, all other factors being equal. This means that you can observe the cause and effect relationship between one independent variable and one or multiple dependent variables. So basically, what is independent variable? Like in simple words, the thing that you intentionally change or mess with on purpose. Okay? Only the researchers control this, like it does not depend on anything else in the experiment. These are independent variables, and you can simply say the cause. Okay? Whereas the dependent variables, independent variables are directly manipulated by the researchers, while dependent variables are not. They are dependent because they are affected by the independent variable in the experiment. Researchers can thus study how manipulating the independent variable leads to changes in the main outcome of interest being measured as a dependent variable. So basically, dependent variable is, you can simply say, the basically outcome or the effect, like the thing you measure or observe at the end. Like the key point is that it is called dependent because its result depends entirely on the changes you made to the independent variable. It is a final outcome. And the one thing that about independent variable is that the only the researchers control this. It does not depend on anything else in the experiment. Whereas dependent variable depends on the changes you made to the independent variables. It is the final outcome. So the next one is basically an experiment. Okay, so let's study. Take a simple experiment on plants as an example. Suppose you have a control group of plants on one side of a garden and an experimental group of plants on the other side. All things such as sunlight, water, and fertilizers being equal, both plants should be expected to grow at the same rate. Now imagine that the plants in the experimental group are given a new plant fertilizer under the assumption that they will grow faster. Then you will need to measure the difference in growth between the two groups in your study. In this case, the independent variable is a type of fertilizer used on your plants, while the dependent variable is a rate of growth among your plants. If there's a significant difference in growth between the two groups, then your study provides support to suggest that the fertilizer causes higher rates of plant growth. So basically, in this example, if you keep everything else identical, like same sun, same water, but give one group fertilizer, so the independent variable is fertilizer, like what you chose to change. And whereas the dependent variable, how fast or tall the plant grow, the final result you measure which is. Okay. So, so the next one is identify the experimental questions. Okay. Usually an experimental question focuses on two variables at a time. There is an independent variable, which is the one that will be manipulated, which is the cause, and a dependent variable, which is the one that shows the result, like the effect of the experiment. Experiments can be designed to answer specific questions. So, basically, what is an experimental question? In simple, that an experimental question is a specific problem a scientist want to solve. It connects your cause and your effect into a single query. Okay? So, a good experimental question always focuses on two things at the same times, the independent variable and the dependent variable. This is the main rule. Like a good experimental question always focuses on the two things at the same times, the dependent variables and independent variables. Okay? So, how can you identify the questions that a certain experiment can answer? In order to do this, you need to figure out what was tested and what was measured during the experiment. So, basically, how to find a question. To easily figure out what question an experiment is trying to answer, you just need to ask yourself two main things. Okay? Like what was tested and what was measured. Like what was tested means that this is the independent variable, the thing that is changed, and what was measured means the dependent variable, like the final result. Okay, so here we have experiment. Okay, let's read it. Imagine an experiment with two groups of daffodil plants. One group of plants was grown in sandy soil and the other was grown in the clay soil. Then the height of each plant was measured. The part of an sorry, First identify the part of the experiment that was tested. The part of an experiment that is tested usually involves the part of the experimental setup that is different or changed. In the experiment described above, each group of plants was grown in the different types of soil. So the effect of growing plants in different soil types was tested, then identify the part of the experiment that was measured. So basically, this slide basically gives an example of an experiment using daffodil plants. Let's find the variables to create the question, like what was tested. You can simply say change. The type of soil, what type, like sandy soil versus clay soil. Okay, and what was measured, like the height of each plant. Okay, in the experiment described above, each group of plant was grown in different types of soil, so the effect of growing plants in different soil types was tested, then identify the part of the experiment that was measured. So once you have those two parts, you just combine them into a simple question like this. Like, does the type of soil affect the height of daffodil plants? This is basically a question. Okay? So the part of the experiment that is measured may include measurements and calculations. In the experiment described above, the heights of the plant in each group were measured. Experiments can answer questions about how the part of the experiment that is tested affects the part that is measured. So, the experiment described above can answer questions about how soil type affect plant height. Like examples, does soil type affect the height of daffodil plants? Like, does the type of soil affect the height of daffodil plants? Do daffodil plants in sandy soil grow taller than daffodil plants in clay soil? Like, these are the types of questions you make. Okay. So, okay. Identify questions that can be investigated with a set of materials. Okay. Experiment can be designed to answer specific questions. When designing an experiment, you must identify the supplies that are necessary to answer your question. In order to do this, you need to figure out what will be tested and what will be measured during the experiment. So, the main point is that before you start an experiment, you must make sure you have the exact supplies and materials needed to actually test your questions. If you don't have the right tools, you can't get your answers. Okay? So, imagine that you are wondering if plant grows to different heights when planted in different types of soil. How might you decide what supplies are necessary to conduct this experiment? First, you need to identify the part of the experiment that will be tested, which is an independent variable. This is usually the part of the experiment that is different or changed. In this case, you would like to know how plants grow in different types of soil. So you must have different types of soil available. So basically, to figure out what supplies you need, you look at your two variables again. As I have told you, that the independent variables, like what you test or what you change, and dependent variables, like what you measure. Okay. Next, you need to identify the parts of the experiment that will be measured or observed, which is a dependent variable. In this experiment, you would like to know if some plants grow taller than others, so you must be able to compare the plants' heights. Okay. So basically, as I have told you that how to choose your suppliers, like you have to choose the two main things, which is independent variable or dependent variable. Like you need the actual materials that represent your changes, which is independent variable. Like if you are testing different soils, you must have different types of soils like sand and clay, which is ready to use. And for the dependent variables, you can say what you measure. You need the tools required to collect your final data. For example, if you are measuring plant height, you must have a tool to measure it, like a ruler or measuring tape. Okay. So to do this, you can observe which plants are taller by looking at them, or you can measure their exact heights with a meter stick. So if you have different types of soil and can observe or measure the heights of your plant, then you have the supplies you need to investigate your questions with an experiment. Okay.